Good morning, traders. This is Perry. We'll get started trading.com. It's 3 minutes till 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday, October 31st. Obviously, the end of the month. That's the title of my video. So we will put October in the books after today. 2 more months left towards the end of the year. Uh, as we look back at yesterday's session, just some repair for the Russell, come right back down, settled in value. And then once again, right, we have just selling, right? A little bit of a pop, slight pop overnight, slight pop in the morning up into resistance areas, and then just distribution down once again. If we look at what that did to the profiles and anomalies, we had underwater trades go off in 3 of the 4 indexes, meaning that we had trades go off below the bell low of the day after the bell low the day before the session closed at 5. So in that last hour, we had some trades go off. And that was just because of the reports from yesterday. So Meta and Microsoft. So as we look at that, and those are always the markers, right? That's usually a sign of capitulation. But when you hold below in the overnight session, right, that's a go with, right? So it should be support that area or in and around there, not too much lower, and then it just gets taken to the woodshed, which is what we had last night. So this morning we had core PCE. I didn't look at the prints, but they must not have been anywhere because nothing happened after that. Tomorrow morning we're gonna have non-farm payroll, and tonight after the bell, obviously we had that Meta and Microsoft last night. Tonight after the bell, we're gonna have Apple and Amazon. Keep in mind, Apple doesn't report until after 4:30 normally. Amazon will be, anytime after the bell, it'll report pretty quickly there. Looking at positioning, there's really nothing to hang your hats on. 500, which I don't think we'll get anywhere near today. You've got 492.78 is where we're at right now. So you'd have to go up, $7.20 to get up here. And then on the downside, 80, you'd have to go down $12 to get there to get to 480. I don't see that happening today either. And then as you look at the SPY, 570 is really your first tier major support today. That will be about 60 points down from where we're currently trading on the ES. So that would put us, right around that 57, 52, 53 area. That's potentially on the table. And then, we'll have to see what happens if we test that level. Looking at the cash market, again, we closed at 58.13 last night. We're down 39. So we're down right around 57.75 is where the cash market is right now. So we will be in negative gamma, meaning that down moves, we should have increased volatility on both sides today. Uh, and that's, what we'll get. So as we look at, where we're at, we have tested in the overnight low. We had a low on October 23rd of 58.01. So far, the low in the overnight session is 58.01. So that is the low that they're shooting for. Keep in mind that the next untested point of control under there is 57.88 half. So not too much under that low, about another 13 points under that low. And then as we look at one time framing, we really have been unable to get any traction above 20,680 on the NASDAQ. And then, we were unable to hold, once the overnight session started, we were unable to hold 20,517 half. And coming down and testing that 20,251 quarter once again. Below that, you've got that low. And notice the divergence uh, in that low from the 23rd between the ES and the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq is at an equal low, and the Nasdaq is much higher than that previous low. So We'll see if you can get under this 5801. There's no saying that you can get under there. Uh, so we'll see, but you should get a little bit more of an acceleration. I would think you would get that, about 26 points, 27 points pretty quickly if you breach that level. Overnight action, 43 points for the ES. And if we look at where everyone is, we're below yesterday's low for everything except for the Russell. The Russell is at value area low from yesterday. Markers that other markers we can look at, which is what we're holding right now, is this 58.11 and then 57.73, and then we have some unfinished business down here between 57.56 and 57.64, and then for the Nasdaq, remember the Nasdaq has been a little bit stronger than the rest of the indexes lately, but 20,114 down to 20,020 would be your lower limits. However, if you get back into yesterday's range and you get unchanged, start going positive, watch value area low as potential rejection. So that would be right around 20,595. So a little bit short of that 20,603 quarter that we've been watching. And then for the ES, that would be 58.90, 58.59 is where you would look to see that should be where your resistance kicks in for that. I'm going to leave it there. We'll go. Jack will point out some extensions. Keep in mind, unless these aggressive extensions to the downside break in the overnight session, you have no prayer of getting up there. So, there's no sense in even trying to get long. You can just sit on your hands if you think that's what's going on and save yourself some pain. Uh, there's no sense trying to get long until those aggressive extensions that Jack's going to point out break. Otherwise, uh, watch and see if they, you know, take them until they break would be my advice. And then if they, and just don't, you know, just do it one and done, right? You either win or lose on it and do it with some good risk to reward. I hope this helps, and we'll talk to you tomorrow for non-farm payroll.